Hello, hello. This is Turbo Tim from ZZPerformance here with Alex, our main fabricator, Tyler, T-Spain, our one of our customer service reps and receiver, and then Reed, another fabricator welder. We're here for episode 2 of Rate My Ride. I see a whole bunch of 3s, so like these people
want us to be rowdy today.
They want us to be
They're
rowdy
asking for it.
So let's get this started, man. What is the first car?
First car is Zachary
Starkey. Okay. All right. Ooh. I like it. I don't really have anything negative to say. I've got like nothing but positive so far.
How much is that compartment there used, actually, though? I want to know.
Yeah.
I don't see
Maybe looks versus...
Yeah. I mean, I'm a snowboarder, so I definitely respect those things. I've definitely hit my head on plenty of them. Like you just get out of the car and you just like go to grab something out of it and just ram your face right into it.
I've already seen someone I don't like.
What's up?
I ain't liking that negative camber in the rear there.
No, agreed.
I'm not a huge fan of negative camber, but I can respect it. The dude is slammed.
He is
and
slammed.
It looks like he's got some wide wheels. So really good wheel fitment. He added some camber in the back to get that tire to clear the quarter panel.
I think what I need to see more is the fender roll.
Yeah.
If it's actually rolled and pulled,
slammed.
or
I mean, that thing is gonna scrape leaves on the front. Like he's gonna.
It looks
I wonder whether
great.
that's just it does. And I'm a sucker for the top box too. I think
I'm a minimalist, and it's not that I don't like body like lips and stuff. I love lips, but when it comes to colors, I'm a minimalist, and it looks like this guy's the same way.
Yeah.
Like his corner lenses clear and clear, match the headlights. We got a black car, a lot of black accents. Mm-hmm. The taillights go along with the wheels, and it's
3 guys.
Yeah,
that's why I went in on the slate. I'm like, have I got my numbers the wrong way around?
I mean,
he wants to get beaten up on this thing.
I mean,
for the direction that the build, it's tastefully done for that style of build. That might not be, my favorite style of build, but for what the direction is, I think it's great.
Yeah,
it is clean.
I think for how low it is and how big the wheels are, the extra storage compartment on top is kind of contradictory.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like how you're gonna go up in the mountains and snowboard on that? How far are you gonna make it on those wheels?
Yeah, so so the only way I can say that's of any use is if that trunk is 100% filled with some sort of system.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a compressor back there. I mean, it might even be on bags.
It kind of looks like it might be bagged, and if it's bagged, then that answers for the camber in the rear, because that's just what happens.
The third picture, it could be hard parked like that. Like he might not drive around with it that low. Like it might be dropped on the bags just for the shot.
I'm thinking bags.
Yeah, I'm thinking bags.
If it's not bags, then you live somewhere that is perfectly paved all the time.
You don't live in Michigan.
Yeah, like that is not going to make it in Michigan. That is a very stretched tire. A lot of like no protection for that wheel, for the rim of the wheel.
That front lip is gone.
That baby is super low. I like it.
So
I'm
overall,
a fan.
Zach, keep going.
Yeah, did a great job.
Yeah.
Next car.
That was like the worst roast ever.
So 3, give it to me. Well, good job.
I apologize.
You got a good job instead.
Ryan is not here. Ryan would have found something to bash the guy on, but like you've got like 4 of the nicest guys in ZZP here, and this is supposed to be a roast. I'm sorry. So let's go on to the next car. The next car is Andrew Horton. Okay, an Ion. First thing I'm thinking is it's kind of borderline regular traffic.
Yeah, it's pretty stock looking.
TPS, we call it TPS. You know what that is?
No.
Trailer Park Silver.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like the wheels. I think the wheel is probably an inch too small. I would have probably went up 1 more inch on it. But it's just another Ion. I've had 2 Ions myself. I love Ions. I love the quad cab part of them is so awesome. I hate the center cluster, but obviously this guy has no choice.
Ruins,
I do like the seats.
Yeah.
Number one thing though, like if you want anything, tint your windows. that will change how the car looks.
Yeah. Especially with how the rear side window and the front side window, how they go together with that bar. Like tinting just makes it look so nice. But yeah, I respect the guy. He's got Cobalt SS, L&F Cobalt SS seats in it. It looks like it's got a turbo swap. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's trying to go for a sleeper build setup.
Yeah, I mean that's a fast car. That is, I guarantee it. Even if it's just a base turbo kit, that thing is ridiculously fast. I hope he's got some grippy tires on it. You better not be one of those customers that like is making like 300 wheel or more on your like all season tires.
Yeah, but that's fun though. Then you can just blow them off wherever you are.
But you go nowhere.
We're not all autocrossing though.
Or in a straight line, like you have no weight transfer advantage. You've got nothing. So I hope he's got some 200 tread wears on the front at least. But yeah, look, the car looks good.
It's simple and clean. I'm always a fan of that. There's something that's appealing about it.
I mean, it's
OEM plush-ish.
Go back to that wide shot, Mike. I want to see the exterior again. Yeah, window tint would help a lot.
Window tint would help a lot. I think it could use like a window banner or something, like a
ZZPerformance window banner.
Yeah, like a window banner. Do something with those orange corner lenses. Don't black them out. I'm not a fan of blacking them out.
Don't black them out.
But do something to get rid of that amber, because like I don't know, like just get rid of all colors you can. The car looks better. You need to do all the little things that make it not look like just another Ion.
I feel like this angle makes the car look stubbier. Like, does this look like it's taken off like a security camera on a house?
Yeah, it kind of.
Like it kind of
got like a fisheye lens.
I see like an RX-8 with like that back half door, like it's shrunk down.
Obviously, you can keep that wheel size on there. That's fine as long as you lower it like an inch, maybe an inch and a half. The rear looks like it might even be about okay. The front needs to come down though, for sure.
Yeah, that angle's a little tough to tell.
But yeah, for a car with from the outside it just has wheels. That's about all I have to say. It's in a nice neighborhood. Houses are nice around there.
Yeah, as far as like what I can tell,
silver, but it ain't a trailer park.
No.
From what I can tell of the interior and the engine, it looks like some work and some effort put in. The interior, that's probably not the best photo you could have given us.
Yeah, maybe remove
like the spare parts on the ground.
Yeah. Maybe that's the roast angle. Shitty pictures. The car's nice. Sorry.
I mean, you got to work on that a little bit. Like, it always cracks me up when people take interior photos and it's like you're trying to sell this car and there's like Mountain Dew bottles in the passenger seat.
The footwell. I can see.
I guess the one biggest thing that I could be nitpicky on. It looks like the shifter boot doesn't match the red of the seats, and that kind of makes my brain hurt a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like to follow the rule of if it's easy to replace, make it obnoxious. So like when it comes to like a shifter boot, it needs to be muted and needs to be calm because it's an easy thing to replace.
Yeah. Yeah, that was black.
I mean, you're already going for like an OEM plus look for like keeping the outside mostly stock anyways. Why not just go with more subtle details that like it really takes somebody sitting in there and be like, huh, that's kind of cool.
Red stitching instead of just all red.
Yeah. I agree with Reed 100%. Like a black boot to kind of go with the seats, like a similar material because again, minimalist, match as much as possible, and then red stitching to go with the seats. I agree.
The gear knob looks nice.
The Saturn steering wheels, when I insult them, remember I've owned 2 of them, and I do have a love for Ions. The steering wheel, get a racing wheel. You will not believe all your touch points. Like, if you put seats, which you already did, you put seats and a steering wheel in a car, and it completely transforms your feel of being in that car.
What about airbag?
I mean...
Shouldn't you, wouldn't you want a harness then if you had a wheel? Keep you from.
I suppose. I mean,
I don't know. Just for like a daily.
I hear you.
Racing wheel is kind of sketch.
When I'm racing, like I don't want any of my airbags working because you can have them like go off if you hit the rumple strips wrong or something. I've seen Grand Prix blow their airbags doing burnouts in the burnout boxes at the drag strip, more than one occasion. So it's, I'm just not a big fan of airbags in a race car. However, I've been in quite a few accidents in my life, and I've definitely had airbags save my life. So I'm not a fan of like removing airbags from like your daily driver that you put 20,000 miles a year on. But yeah, all right. Let's move on to the next car.
Brian Morris.
Brian Morris is the next guy
for a roast.
Another 3.
We'll see.
Holy crap!
Them are some wide wheels.
Those are some big tires and wide wheels on that thing.
They look like
makes it
decent
like a Hot Wheels
tires
car.
from what I can tell.
They look grippy on the front.
I hate this stance.
Yeah, I'm not a big
can't,
fan of the
like-
big wide like just lip.
Nice window banner.
This guy's a 3, so he wants it given to him. One thing you got to fix, that lower grill. You can see the lower part of the crash bar. I have a grill that shows that as well. So what I did was I painted it with like a matte black, so it just kind of like disappeared. But now I actually took an ATS intercooler and crammed it in my Sonic, and I had to like cut that part of the crash bar out, so it fills it.
What's in front? Yeah, what are those around the?
It
like
looks
fake
like
rivets or something.
Yeah, what are those rivets? Riv nut. They look like riv nuts for like
Yeah, but that's just
an over fender.
But a factory fender.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's an actual flare.
Like maybe, do you think he had fender flares on it, but he took them off?
And there's left the
That
nuts.
fitment would make sense at that point.
Yeah.
Would make sense.
The fitment looks like it's set up for
Is this
flares.
Brian, maybe.
I just don't see the flares.
Hey, one thing I hope I'm seeing this correctly, but it kind of looks like he's either got an air intake duct in that fog light, or maybe it's a brake duct. I hope it's one of those two. That's awesome.
Are the headlight housings? Are those dark factory like that?
They look like those ones with the halo rings in them that you can get on like eBay and Amazon, which is I like it. Like when you do the clear corner headlights, it's a huge upgrade.
Yeah.
I love that. I hate stock Sonic corner lights, so that's great. Do something with your Chevy badge in the center. I would maybe do the gold, that ugly gold color, maybe red, to kind of like tie in with the car, or black is fine.
See, those look like.
So he's got flares here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so they are riv nuts for flares, it looks like.
So what's
Yeah,
up with
those
that
wheels
first?
do not look right with that flare.
Looks
He
like
needs to-
flares on the rear too.
Looks like
He needs to lower that thing like 4 inches.
Um,
Better fitment.
it you probably lost 25 to 30 wheel horsepower with all that tire. I'm not a big fan of like over tiring a car. I mean, I autocross the crap out of my Sonic and road course it and take it to Tail of Dragon, and I only run a 235 on it. You know, with a 17, that looks like that's probably a 17 as well. But when you have a 1.4, you cannot give up wheel horsepower to parasitics with like super heavy wheels and big bulky tires. This guy's going for like what I believe is called meaty stance. And if that's what he was going for, he definitely pulled that off.
Yeah.
The first picture is like, that is meaty boy stance.
Yeah, it's aggressive. It's aggressive.
It looks like a Hot Wheels car.
Another thing, one thing I did to mine that I love, that red bar between the front and rear door, do it black. Do a perfect gloss black line from the top of the side window to the top of the back window.
Sedans
Looks great.
Have that factory. It's like a piece of black vinyl or something
Yeah.
I was gonna
between
say,
the doors.
don't people like peel that off because
Yes.
they don't like it?
I kind of think this guy might have peeled that off because it usually I think on the hatchbacks it's like a matte black, and it's like definitely the first thing that gets bleached out on the car. So I rewrapped mine gloss black, and it looks great. It just ties the two side windows in together.
I think his fog light covers, were they painted in the next
In the
picture?
next
So,
picture,
so he's
Yeah,
got
they're painted.
he's got some pictures where they're
That's
color
a
matched, some
good
where they're
upgrade.
black,
I kind of like that.
and then same thing, wheels,
varying stages.
chrome wheels to black wheels.
Yeah.
I guess we just need to know where the final stage is of this car.
Yeah.
You've sent us several pictures of different builds.
Does you guys think he has a aftermarket front grille? I feel like it's
Yeah,
really-
it's-
I don't like I like OE grills. I feel like they look tacky if they're like real see-through like that.
I can't tell if it's aftermarket or if it's one of the DIYs. I'm not opposed to them, but I kind of agree. Like looking at that crash bar, like just inside there.
I definitely like how we have a few people here with different opinions. Like you guys like the painted fog light things. I prefer them just staying black. I like the grill, but you know, this kind of sounds selfish, but like I only like the grill if there's a big intercooler behind it, and like that's all you can see.
Yeah,
You're
and
showing
like,
that off.
And that's what I did on mine, and I thought it looks good. Sorry, that sounds a little arrogant, but I really like the ATS intercooler behind the big open B-split grill that I have on the car.
That looks great on the lift in there.
Yeah, I broke it. I know.
I think if you're going for an aggressive stance like this, you gotta go aggressive colors. I personally, my taste, I want a little more like black in there to offset the red instead of just being one tone. Kind of like you were saying, break up the B pillar, the mirrors, maybe the roof. That's just in my opinion, especially with the black wheels. And the chrome,
I like the black wheels better.
Yeah. The chrome wheels remind me of the big lifted truck scene, and that's not what we're about.
Yeah, man. It would make my day if one of these pictures is a truck with like 22-inch wheels by like 14 inches wide that hang out the wheel wells like a foot. I won't even let you guys talk the rest of the episode because I will bash it so hard. But anyway, all right, man. I think we got that one. Let's move on to the next guy.
Caleb Klein.
Davison 2.
All right, so we have to be.
I'll go to 3
I got
over
3
here.
on my list.
Yeah, we're a 3. This guy
You're
said
done,
he wants
Caleb.
it given to him.
I mean, I think all of our 3s are 2s anyways, so
We're pretty,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we're.
weak.
as long as
Maybe
you don't have
even
trash in
touching
your
one.
car.
Another Sonic.
All right.
Okay.
This looks like Dakota's car.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't mind the tires and wheels right off the bat.
A little wide, but
A little wide.
I mean, we're kind of borderline regular traffic again. This is just a Sonic with wheels. It's a very aggressive fitment wheel, borderline meaty stance. I respect that. It's pretty hard to fit a lot of wheel on a Sonic. He's got those rear vent window things, which I have mixed feelings on.
what? Like a lot of Evos in back in the day,
Yeah.
always ran those. What are?
I'm assuming it's in-cabin venting when you're road course racing, but I would imagine it's got to be loud as heck.
The only time I ever like see people use those is when they have a dog in the back. That is it.
Yeah?
Keep their dogs inside, or like they got a kid in the seat.
That picture's terrible. Do better. Like,
It's same angle.
that's
the passenger side just destroyed.
like, I can't.
You can only show one side of it.
Yeah, you know, it's got aggressive wheels.
I'm
You
not
know,
about that chrome
I-
on the front.
I can't tell if the wheels are like your discount tire special or if they're actual name brand.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell from this angle.
You got another picture, Mike, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay,
better.
That's
Yeah.
better.
That's a better picture.
Oh, he's got like a
Is that a
hatch
wing?
spoiler or something.
Yeah.
Hatch wing.
Okay, yeah, I see that little like a spoiler extension.
I think I'd delete the chrome on the front, on the grill.
Oh yeah. I'm with you.
What do you think? Make it red? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Don't make it red. It's I'm a
Just
minimalist.
silence.
Oh boy.
I just stopped the podcast. Yeah, I mean it's a 17 plus with wheels.
Mhm.
It's not a bad looking car. I mean,
It's
then
not bad.
again, add tint probably, but it's not a bad looking car at all.
Yeah, tin
No.
will help.
It's not really roastable. Like it's just a Sonic
Yeah,
Yeah.
with wheels.
yeah,
is-
I'm in.
Yeah, you didn't molest it enough. For roast.
Yeah.
I would say next car we need some cars with some stuff done like that first
I
car.
want to see some hack work done. I really,
Alright.
I want to see some do-it-yourself, like some
I
custom
want to see
Yeah.
20 silicones, all kinds of clamps underneath the hood.
spray foam wide body kits. Like that's what I need to see some of this.
The baseball bat for the fender roller. You seen that?
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that probably because my my 17x9 is definitely rubbing the back a little bit.
Hey, Cody Hewitt, give us a 3.
Cody Hewitt. All right.
Okay.
Memory. This is a pretty old school build right here.
Yeah.
You got the I believe like an American racing type wheel on it.
We gotta have some corking action to the head to get a good lineup on this photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely tell how young he is from the picture that was taken.
I mean,
all his photos were like this.
Like he's got to be like early 20s.
Oh,
like
man.
The taillights.
don't like
The
taillights.
all right. I'm gonna have to go in. I'm gonna have to go in. Like knock off this photo design. Like this.
What's going on here?
Number one, I'm not a boomer, but holy crap, I'm feeling like a boomer looking at this photo. It looks like somebody my age, since it's a Grand Prix, owns this car and their kid took the photo and is like being like, "Hey, this is my car." But I love the wing. It's a clean car. I love
is
seeing clean Grand Prix.
That color too. I feel like I never
Yep.
see him in that color.
Yep, I believe it's Red Fire Metallic. It's the same color as my GT. Supercharged, big old filter on it, LQ4 MAF. I don't see an equalizer on it, so there's a gripe. That's my crap talking. Get an equalizer on there.
ZZP sticker up on the core support.
Yep, it looks like it has headers.
Old one.
It looks like it has headers on it, but I'm saying pull the headers off and put our equalizer on and fall back in love with the car. It looks like it's an old ZZP build because that sticker has been gone for a long time. That is our old Rouache font that we used like 15 years ago, which I respect that. That's awesome if you're an old school customer.
What are the thoughts on the wheels?
Those are like for Mustangs, pretty much.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I only see them.
I'm not about those wheels.
My personal opinion, being younger, I think the wheel style is dated. I'm not a big fan,
Go back to
but
that
I
first
understand
picture,
they've got their place in the drag car scene.
It's pretty clean for. I mean,
Is it a wheel I would choose? No. Do I have a problem with it? Era specific? No. I mean, that is like that's not a 97, but that's a 97 era car. So,
it kind of works.
yeah, it's an older car. I like the
And it makes
tinted
sense.
headlight.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like that.
I like to make my headlights work less.
Yeah.
But like, if you're gonna tint the headlights, why not tint the taillights that you made chrome?
Yeah,
Went the other direction with the taillights.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
taillights are a little too aggressive. I definitely agree. I think the taillights, bring them to a body shop, have them put like a clear tint, like a tinted clear over them. That would look great.
Yeah.
Those are like eBay spec taillights.
Is
Yeah.
the spoiler, is that color
That's
match? Is it just...
I
is it
can't tell
black?
from that
Is
angle.
it just black or
Yeah,
color
I
match?
can't tell.
The trunk lid.
It could, like, I'm assuming from the hood that it either is color matched or it's like the hood, which hopefully the hood is like the carbon fiber one. If it is the carbon hood, like, it's really cool because that style hood has like a black rim around the edges and it looks great. It's like a really high quality hood.
I just think front to back, there needs to be a theme decided on, because you've got the tinted headlights and the black hood, and then you've got chrome taillights and chrome wheels. You just gotta pick one or the
And an
other.
unknown lid right now.
Yeah. But that was
Overall, the body was very clean.
Yeah.
It
It's a clean
it looked taken care of.
yeah. It's next car.
Next car, Eli Lewis.
Drew Smith says, looks like Tim's slow ass Turbo GP.
Yeah, it is like it looks just like my Turbo Grand Prix back in the day.
Oh, so he's biased.
10-9 in the quarter. It was fun.
Eli Lewis gave us a 3.
Oh,
Whoa, there we go.
Real hot boy.
okay.
Is this a troll?
This that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
It's a lot of money right there.
unless he's the artist.
True.
Like that is a lot of time and money right there. I like the Chevy badge with like the flames coming off it. That's legit. That's cool. I
Yeah,
like
at
it.
least that was a consistent theme on that portion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely not my style.
It's what I've noticed with the HHRs is these guys go really wild really easily. Like when you see an HHR, like that is like if you have an HHR and the guy's like, I'm gonna go hard with it, that is what I see. You know, flame paint jobs, wild vinyl wrap colors.
It's hot rod guys, but with a new car.
Yeah.
I will say, just because of the angle and the way the flames are, this particular picture, it reminds me more of like a PT Cruiser than a HHR.
Thinking the same thing.
Yeah, that is funny. I was thinking
It's
the same
probably
thing
just
too.
the blue and white like color combo, and then the angle. But
It's probably some wood paneling when we go to the sideshows.
Okay.
Some LED lighting under it.
I like that he gave us
the before and after.
Yeah, that's helpful.
What do you think of the wheels?
I like the wheels.
They fit it.
Yeah, they fit.
I think
I'm not envious of him having to clean them.
I want more low.
Like
More low, yeah.
More low for sure.
What do we think about the flames kind of tapering off like that? Up towards the back.
I mean, it's flames, so I can't really add very much.
I think I like them tapering up towards the window more than when people go down towards the skirt instead.
Like I don't, when I see that, I respect the time and money invested for sure.
Yeah, that's no joke.
Is it my style? No, but like that's what's great about the modifying the car scene is that if we all like, if there was a rule of this is the only cool thing, then it's a car show is gonna be pretty freaking boring.
So boring.
You know, so you have to have these cars like this that stand out.
What do you mean these cars?
Like cars with flames and, you know, white wheels. Like that's an aggressive mood.
Brought the theme into the engine bay.
Yeah,
I highly appreciate.
and love seeing ZZP parts on there. No complaints about that.
Yep. White under
It
the
looks
hood is
super clean. It really looks clean.
This guy must wash, like he must hand wipe it down like wherever he goes because I can't
White
imagine
engine
trying to keep
components.
white clean.
No, this is definitely a show build more than a actual daily driver build.
Like if it rains, this dude is like, oh well, I'm staying here until it's done raining.
He put
Like
white everywhere I would never put white.
Yeah.
Wheels
Yeah.
and in the engine bay.
But like that's part of what brings it out to be like that much more respectable when
Yeah.
it is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while it's not my particular taste, I could definitely appreciate that this was done. I'd say well enough.
He's
Yeah.
in the chat right now. He said the white sucks to clean, honestly.
Oh,
I'm sure.
it
Could imagine.
does, man.
I could imagine. Like we all want all these powder coated parts under the hood of our cars. And then it's like, crap, now I have to work on it. It's like, oh man, like now I gotta like tape it off, remove it super carefully, you know. Can't bring it to a mechanic shop because the mechanics are just gonna be throwing your
No
stuff
way.
around, banging tools off of it and banging, you know, poor guy. Like that's gotta be so much work.
Imagine having that much stress and anxiety and handing somebody your keys to an HHR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, what I've never understood with the HHR, kind of going off on a tangent of HHRs, is who designed the HHR? Like, Reed? You probably never. You've never. Sorry, that
Is there
is.
supposed to be a comment in there?
We're in a roast right now. We're in a
I
roast.
didn't get to finish. Like, Reed has probably never driven an HHR because when he attempted to get in it, he was like, well, I guess I can't drive this thing. Because the seat sits really high, really close to the steering wheel, really close to the pedals. Like, only small people can drive HHRs. Like, Reed cannot get in it.
That's what you meant.
That's where I was going.
You're a
But
big
Why'd
old
you
that was
decide
funny.
that?
This is the Reed roast now. But yeah, like I would have to put like Cobalt seats in it or cut like 2 inches out of the seat pedestal. I don't know.
Dude
But-
said low blow.
I hate whoever designed the interior of an HHR, and it's not the look, it's the where the seating position is. It's terrible.
Overall, I say you went real crazy with the theme.
Yeah.
You went full out with it. It is done well. Go full send. Go slightly smaller on the wheels and just put airbags on it. Like you might as well.
I do like the idea of going with like an inch smaller wheel, getting a perfect fitment, and slamming the thing to the ground.
Because it looks pretty tall right there.
Like, and here's the thing: if this is a daily driver that you race, that looks great, and it's a great fitment, let's say. But for you being a car show guy, and obviously you are with having that flame paint job, because you're not road coursing it with that paint job. Like it would get destroyed. Slam that thing to the ground and make it a car show car. Like, drop it. Set frame down.
What are you laughing at, Alex?
The first car I ever drove when I started working at ZZP was the HHR.
Was it? How did you fit?
I'm not that tall, and I was like, I'm slamming the button. I'm like, why is the seat not going anywhere?
Yeah.
And this is when it was rowdy as well, and I was just like,
Yeah.
My eyeballs.
there's a market for this.
My eyeballs are above the rear view mirror. Like, it's like a clown car for me. Like, you have to have a very short upper body to be in an HHR and not absolutely hate your existence.
They're super practical though.
Oh yes.
With the seats down, I mean, it's all taller. We use the hell out of that.
There was a customer that had a panel blue one of these, so the panels are super rare. So that means the door doesn't have any glass in it, and it has the worst blind spots ever. But this is like when this thing was like 2 years old, and we put like our big turbo kit on it with intercooler. Like, this thing was like max effort, and we sent it to Washington. And I was like, man, that was pretty cool. But anyway, sorry. Next car.
All right, this is Giuseppe Casino. This is our first two, so basically keep doing what you've been doing, boys.
Yeah.
We circle back to a positive with everything that we're saying.
Okay.
I like his garage setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the tint.
Yep. The tint flows well with the side black molding.
Yeah.
It's a pretty old school wheel again. You know, it's
But
kind
it
of
fits. It works.
Yep. So unlike the other one, they kept the theme going. They've got the chrome lights with the chrome wheels, chrome badge. I'm gonna guess they've got the chrome tail lights.
You got any other pictures, Mike, or no?
Yeah.
Is that GTP? Is that what it says on the side there?
So ZZP exhaust.
It's got the big wing on it. Nice aftermarket hood. I mean, I appreciate the tips being clean. Like, this is a clean car.
Yeah.
You can't really go wrong with a 5-spoke. That is kind of an old school wheel, but like we were saying, that car is starting to become an old school car. So I mean, it's era correct. I like the height. There's no wheel well gap.
Engine bay is pretty
It's
clean.
out of there as well.
It's got our belt wrap kit, big intake. That blower's nice and loud, fun. But you know, it's a pretty simple build.
It's like our old fuel rail design.
But you know, one thing with the Grand Prix is it's not like you have a lot of options. You got hood, spoiler, wheels,
Yeah.
and then there's like a lip. Like you really need the lip that goes along. Like, that lip looks great on those cars. So definitely get that one lip that's available. I forgot the brand. I always meant to get it.
Needs a lip.
But the
It's
lip
clean
will,
though, man.
Yeah, it is pretty clean.
Like, looking at the arches and the fitment, you're like, oh, it's...
I mean, we don't have a lot of pictures, but from what I can see, yeah, that is a very well taken care of car.
How much power do those make?
Pretty good power. Depends on what he's done, but
I mean, it's probably a quick little daily. Like,
yep. What I've always loved about the Grand Prix is they have power band for days, and the gas mileage is ridiculous. You can have a car, you can have a Grand Prix GTP, cam, headers, all the basics, intercooler, get like 29 miles per gallon and run like 11s. I just love those cars. It kind of goes along with, like, they have enough liters to pull the car around, and then they add boost to it.
Yeah.
That's kind of my gripe with like the Sonics and Cruises, is that they don't quite have enough liters. So it's like the engine's using the turbo just to cruise down the highway. A Grand Prix is very well in vacuum cruising at 80 miles an hour. A Grand Prix is pulling friggin' 17, 18 inches of vacuum at 80 miles an hour, where a Cruise or a Sonic is,
Got pounds in there.
2 to 5 PSI of boost. But yeah, for the pictures provided, I mean, it's a clean car. It's definitely not regular traffic, but it is a very clean, like, basic, modest car.
SD lip? Is that what they're called? SD?
It sounds about right, yeah.
That's what someone commented.
it does sound right.
SD.
Yeah.
I do feel like with just that style of wheel, because there's so much gap where you're seeing through, you kind of need a big brake kit in there.
Yeah. I do agree it needs, like, the ZZP big brake kit with a probably a silver caliper to go along with the paint coat of the car. Like, you know, get some high temp primer, get some paint match paint, and like high temp clear. Do a really nice job on it. Maybe take a. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say that would just take it to that one next level.
Take a grinder and grind the rear caliper nice and smooth, and then just do like a black and a silver combo mix with the rear caliper, because you don't want the rear OEM caliper, since it's ugly. Unfortunately, we're stuck with a OEM rear caliper. You just kind of, I do the black and paint match, you know, body match thing, and then it looks all right, and it doesn't look like you're, you know, I wouldn't paint an OEM caliper yellow, you know. But yeah, I would say it's a nice clean car.
Yeah.
If you want to make it go really fast, like, yeah, let's do it. Next car.
All right, I don't know this guy's name. He just said Griffin.
All right, Griffin.
All right.
Good photography.
I thought all these threes would be
37s?
getting crap boxes sent to us, but
You know, it's like
I think
guys know what they're doing.
they really wanted Ryan to just tear them apart over the littlest things.
All right. So if those are TEs, much respect. If they're not, throw them away and put real wheels on it, because, like, I understand the cheaper wheel companies sharing a similar design to like a Volk legit TE37, but they put the red bar on there.
yeah.
And that red sticker, that is a very Volk TE37 thing. So it has to be legit to rep that red sticker there. But the car, once again, looks like a super clean.
Like the wheel.
Yeah, it's got a racing wheel. I do not think those seats are OEM.
I'm not a fan of the floor mats. That's tacky.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, anything that's easily removable, like floor mats, can't be obnoxious. So, like, skip the floor mats.
I really like that rule.
Yeah, but Walmart has aisles of them, though.
Yeah. Like, if it was me, I just really love OEM floor mats. Or if you can get like sometimes they have OEM fit ones that'll have like Monte Carlo, like just simply Monte Carlo SS stitched into them.
We have a comment. They are real TE37 SLs. Thank you very much.
Heck
right.
yes.
Yeah.
Much respect. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, the shifter knob's cool. Looks great under the hood.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Dirty 13.
Please tell us what that means.
In the comments, let us know.
Yeah, let us know what that means.
That's a nice clean.
Yeah.
You got the like the brace that says Monty on it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I really
is that
like.
cool, or is that a little tacky?
It's
for the rest of the car, I think it fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
I might get rid of the silver. Just stick with the red and black.
Yeah, I agree. Mike, in case you guys can't hear, he brought up that he would get rid of the polished rails. I mean, it looks like he has our polished valve covers, and he definitely has our polished oil cap.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of bringing stuff together.
He's repping
but-
ZZP nicely under there. We appreciate that a lot.
I love that it's another clean car.
It's super clean.
Now, would you guys say his wheels were like a bronze color?
Yeah,
think
it's
they are.
like a charcoal-ish.
Yeah. If you were to take that color and remove all the chrome under the hood and paint match it to the wheels, that would be nice.
I'm in for that.
Continue the bronze theme
Yes.
around the car.
I had that same wheel on my first ATSV, so I definitely am a big fan of an SL, you know.
I like the ride
T37.
height a lot on this
But-
thing. This center shot is awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good photo.
Yeah,
I
it's a
haven't-
really good picture.
I haven't owned a Monte Carlo, so I'm not sure what the story is with his headlights, but the headlights look great.
They do. And I like the fog lights.
Yep.
And kept it
Paint
simple.
looks super nice on this thing.
And I mean, you can't go wrong. It's Dale Sr. Like, as soon as you have a Dale Earnhardt Sr. car, like, anything Dale, like, you can get away with anything.
Wait, is that the Intimidator?
Yeah.
It says it on, yeah.
Yeah.
Front of the rear, okay. Oh, yeah. Got the old Intimidator.
I like the little,
the
little detail I just noticed, the ZZP logos on the fog lights.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
It's, my opinion is if you have a bad opinion of Dale Sr., it's kind of like hating an American Eagle.
Yeah.
Like, it is not allowed. It is not allowed.
Just call them TE37s.
Yeah,
Did anyone in the comments comment on what that means?
What?
Dirty
3013.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it's his buddy's clothing brand or something.
Oh, okay.
No free plugs, though. Get out of here.
Yeah. First, I think the outside of the car is clean. Under the hood's clean. The interior, by comparison, I feel like it just needs a little cleaning and tidying up.
I'm assuming, which he can correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like they're special edition Grand Prix seats, which is cool. The two-tone black and gray. He's got a racing wheel. Like I mentioned earlier, like a few cars ago, like touch points, man. An aftermarket shifter and a steering wheel go so far. It's an old car, which there's nothing wrong with that. He's got a double DIN touchscreen in it, radio. That like totally Bluetooth audio and nice look. It really like makes the interior up to date.
The passenger side dash, would that have been painted, or is that?
I think so.
Gloss like that.
And the dash itself, is that suede?
Might be flocked, possibly. It does look
or one of those like carpeted.
It looks too clean.
It's hard. It's hard to tell.
And the pillars too. Can't tell.
Oof. I don't know who Captain Slow is, but he's after you, Tim.
Oh, that's Matt Canatelli.
He said the only plugs allowed are hair.
He's always got something.
He said the only plugs allowed are hair plugs. For Tim.
What he doesn't understand is that I'm not bald. Like, I shave my head like this.
I'm this way by choice.
Like, he's actually bald. Like, I actually strategically shave my head to make myself look like this. But all right, man. Much respect. Love the car.
Yeah.
Overall, love it.
And the wheels. There's mega points for the wheels.
Mega points.
Okay.
Next car.
Jared Rosengren.
Rosengren. Yep.
Rosengren.
Gave us a 3.
Okay. He's I mean, I like it. I don't mean the silence to be a negative thing. He's got skirts.
Yeah.
He's got lips in the skirt on it. It looks like his splitter is actually bumper support mounted, so it's not like screwed into the bumper cover. Mm-hmm. So that it has a purpose. It looks like he's got a pretty aggressive wheel and tire combo on it.
Big in there, yeah.
Mirror covers.
Think of the bronze.
I love bronze wheels on white
bronze
cars.
on the white.
Cars, it's very complimentary.
I can't tell from this angle if the fender to bumper alignment is off or if it's just same thing, lighting. Hard to
He's
tell from that
probably
angle.
grabbed the fender with the tire so many times it probably moved
Maybe.
it a little bit.
I
Maybe,
don't know how
I mean-
I feel about the color I'm seeing in the headlight.
Yeah,
that's-
I do see. Looks like he's got a retrofit. Headlight in there.
like a projector style or
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about this in the last episode. I love LED strips and headlights, but here's my gripe with them. Like, I don't like being able to see it when it's not lit up. Like, if that was my headlight, which I would run a headlight like that for sure in a Cobalt, but I would probably have that strip of the headlight like tinted so you can't see it until it lights up. Because I don't like the aggressive stripe in the headlight. It draws too much attention.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a white
cheap easily as well. I find
Yeah.
out.
But that's a white SS, man.
Yeah.
That is a white SS. I love white Cobalts.
Yeah.
So
I want to see whatever's next to it with that open wheel.
Yeah.
yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like,
I will say the paint match on the bumper to the rest of the car though.
I mean, the pictures are not great, and his photos might be fine, but you know, we're looking at a monitor that's, you know, a few feet away from us.
that honestly
but-
makes it look wrapped.
Yeah, like
it does kind of have like a maybe is it matte?
But the inside of the hood is white, so you know that's probably factory color.
Yeah, I'm assuming it might be like some photo editing.
no,
That almost looks silver like there, but I would imagine it's a white car. Yeah, he's got an intake. He's got some ZZP charge pipes on it.
He attempted to bring the bronze in, but turned it more into like a chocolate brown.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling the red.
No, the red's out of place.
one
Get rid of the red because there's nothing else red on the car.
No business being there.
I love to mute the easiest things to put colors on. So when it comes to like radiator hoses and stuff, they have to be black. You need a valve cover. You need a powder coated valve cover like Tyler.
Same thing.
Tyler's SS, he did that like that neat iridescent blue matte satin valve cover on his car, and there's like no other blue that color on the car at all, but it looks amazing. Like I love that. So like please do a valve cover.
Yeah.
And do like, you know, take your intake off, wrinkle black it to match our charge pipe, and then do an aggressive color valve cover. Probably not white. Do like a, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what your guys' opinions are, but like maybe a bright blue or a green or I don't know, something aggressive. That's my purple would be fine too. Like purple with a white car would look great.
And that's the awesome thing about having a white car as well. You really
can go
pick
anywhere
from a lot of colors.
It looks like he maybe wrinkle blacked his intake. If he did, I love that because the LNF intake is ugly. It is so ugly. So wrinkle black it, that mutes it and makes it go away. One thing you can do, an idea, is maybe mount a pad on the intake underneath and run your vacuum lines all underneath it. And then you can like cut the pedestals and all the extra bull crap off. Maybe you already did this. And then that simplifies the intake quite a bit.
It's just messy from the top, isn't it? That's
yeah, it's messy from the top, but it's not really his fault. It's just that darn engine just has a million vacuum lines, and it's frustrating.
I wonder if that's something.
That's the fuse box. He just did something custom with it. I wish we could see it better.
It's like a hockey mask almost.
Like we need to make a coolant bottle for the Cobalt because, like, I'm gonna complain about that. That coolant bottle looks terrible, and it's not this guy's fault. No. It's an OEM coolant bottle, and I know we don't offer anything for it. So, like, we probably should.
We're gonna try to get through at least 2 more.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna move us. I see Brad Keys is in the chat, so we're gonna go to his car.
All right, we are skipping to Brad Keys.
He gave us a 3.
I hope he's ready. He's like our #1 customer, so we have to go like really hard on him.
Tear him up, boys.
Out of love.
Here we go.
All right, Brad, you gotta lower this car.
Yep.
That thing looks like it's on stilts.
Like, I only met you once. I loved you from the first time I met you. But you gotta lower this car, buddy. You gotta lower this car.
It's a window tint.
Yeah,
windowed. Sure. I don't know what kind of tires I'm seeing on those wheels as well.
Yeah, Brad, what tires are you running? It better be something 200 treadwear.
He said, "Give me the beans."
All right, I know that wing is OEM, but that thing's got to come off, buddy. It's got to come off. I'm sorry. I could be contrary, but like, I'm not a fan of the SS wing. I can't do it.
I don't mind them.
Ryan Derrick's got, you know, the big APR wing, which I like.
Yes.
And I also love that Tajin trunk. What is that trunk that is offered with the aggressive like trunk like duckbill lip on it, and it's all carbon? You need that. Ryan Derrick has one. Tell him to sell it to you.
Trunk worth more than the car.
Yeah.
Terrible picture.
Brad Keys.
Chopped off half the front.
What is that photo, Brad?
He doesn't want us to see that it's not low enough.
Yeah, he's taking the high.
Yeah, man. Like, what is that photo, Brad? Come on, buddy.
Same. I still can't tell what kind of tire it is. It kind of looks like it could be an all season.
It better be 200 treadwear or
at least a 310.
What's up with you guys and tires?
If you're gonna make your car fast, you might as well be able to connect.
Dude, it's a daily Cobalt. Like
that's got a turbo kit on it.
I guess I don't know.
That thing's a ripper.
What's he got on it?
I don't know what tire he's got on it.
No, I mean, what turbo kit?
He's got our turbo kit on it.
54, 57?
Actually, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he would have at least opted for the 54.
What's the deal with I'm seeing some screws on the side and some skirt situation. What we got going on
I think
there?
that's a
Can we go to
reflection.
the other
No,
pick,
it's
Mike?
not. It's all the way
not.
around.
I got a engine thing for you.
Yeah, he did that that intake tube just like a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
Get
We got some mishmash of coloring going.
get
on
rid of the
there.
red.
Get rid of the snow. Don't polish.
I think I do agree. Mike just said get rid of the polished. I think I would as well. Like anything like that should be wrinkle black in my opinion. And you need a powder coated valve cover. Like please powder coat your valve cover. It's got to happen.
So, is there no intercooler? What's going on? I don't.
Well, it's an LSJ,
LSJ.
so it's a liquid to air intercooler.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I would imagine he's probably planning on air to airing it at some point. That would be a pretty neat upgrade.
Yeah.
But I will say the old Laminova intercooler core works really well. Back in the day in my Ion, we tried a Spearco liquid to air core in the LSJ intake housing, and it did not work out well for me.
Huh.
Like it was a very big downgrade, and it was a very expensive venture.
He
So
said he did a complete rocker panel repair. That's what you're seeing on the underneath there. So
Okay.
I respect that. I guess
Yeah.
keeping it on
That's
the road.
That's an involved job.
Yeah.
big job. But Brad, we need better photos.
Yes.
You need wider wheels too. You need wider wheels too. If I recall, that wheel does not have an option that is wide enough for the performance of that car. So
Oh, really?
yeah, we need some 18 by 9.5s on it. I think it's a 45 offset is what you need. And then you need 200 treadwear tires. And then let's go do tourney boy stuff. Because drag racing is boring. So let's turn some corners.
But that thing needs to get lowered.
Yeah, it needs to be lowered.
That rear end.
Yes.
We got some height up there.
He needs a cool hood too. Like the Cobalt has some hood options. Like he needs one. Like Ryan Derrick's old hood that Tyler now has would be great on that
It's a
car.
good looking.
Like what I like about it is it's vented and it works, but it's not obnoxious. Like I'm not a fan of obnoxious vented hoods, but like Ryan Derrick's old hood was like nice and muted, like purpose. Because I don't know if you guys all know, but like vented hoods, like they can up to triple airflow through your radiator. So if you're like racing cars, like it is a huge upgrade. We got
You see Sebastian was in the chat, Mike.
Yeah, I've got him queued up in round 3.
Oh,
we've got like 7 more minutes.
You want us
So
to
let's
do
move
the
on to the
next
next car.
guy?
What's the next car we're going to, Mike?
Okay, I know this guy's in the chat, so we're gonna skip again to Tom Kibbe.
Tom Kibbe.
Tom Kibbe, what is he?
He's the 3. He's a full
All right,
roast.
Tom.
All right.
He wants it.
Oh, you got me. Oh man.
what are you thinking, Tom?
I
That
don't know who this Tom is.
Look at that wheel to tire gap.
He had
Give
take
it to
a
this
picture
guy.
with like the roller on the camera.
So Tim, can you
Disposable.
explain to the chat?
No, I want everybody to like throw their 2 cents in on this thing.
When was this picture even taken, man?
Dude, this
is
picture's
an old
old.
ass picture.
This is like 2001.
Is that an Eagle?
That is a Mitsubishi.
Nice.
That all right. That is my car.
Yes.
That is the car that got me my job at ZZPerformance. That is the car that murdered Zoom 2 times. He added nitrous to the car and it murdered him again. But yeah, that's my car right there. So this picture's old, as am I.
Was it
Yes.
Oh, we got that.
That is a-
HKS at the angle.
That is a livery, Ryan Derrick. Ryan Derrick, that is a livery right there. And that livery that I look back at it's kind of embarrassing. But I did that before the movie Fast and Furious came out.
Uh-huh.
As soon as Fast and Furious came off, that immediately came off. My buddy had a vinyl cutter, and I was a HKS fanboy. That thing had the VPC, the GCC, it had a busher, everything, sheet metal intake, 57 trim turbo, whatever that means nowadays. Like that was wild. That was
it the all-wheel drive one or front-wheel drive?
Oh yeah, all-wheel drive.
All drive as well.
Manual. I broke everything in that car.
As every DSM does.
Yes, I broke 3 different transfer cases, 3 different trannies.
I love that we're looking at a photo of a photo.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice.
It's in the old
I do regret not having a underhood picture of this because I had a lot of time under the hood of this car.
I bet.
Like,
Well, yeah, it kept breaking. You had to fix it.
yes, agreed.
You had all the red radiator hoses.
I had to no red because
Probably blue.
I've always been a muted person, except when it came to my polished charge pipes, polished valve cover, polished sheet metal intake manifold.
Here you are yelling
Like-
at our customers about their polished parts.
I was a kid. That's my dad's garage, and that's my front bumper cover off because I'm putting the
You see the engine
4th
hoist.
engine in it.
Yeah, the engine hoist is right there, ready to go.
Like that's probably the 4th engine at this point. But yeah, that thing was wild. I never even got a quarter-mile pass out of it when I put like the big turbo on it. But it ran like 1240s back in like 2001. So I was like the fastest like import guy around back then. And like we had a pretty big racing scene back then. So like one of the few cars that I lost to was Matt Meekoff's Corvette. Like he had still has, I think. His Corvette was running like low 11s, and he got me on the street. He was like one of the very few 2-wheel drive guys that ever got me.
You know what your best time was in that car?
1244 at like 117, but that was with like a
Before the big
20G
turbo,
turbo on it. So that was a pretty small turbo.
Now I don't know what tires are on there. I don't know what kind of fit we got going on this. There's some questionable things.
That was
happening.
Eibach lowering springs.
Needs window tint. Needs more low.
Like needs more low for sure. Those are Koenig villains with Toyo. I don't know, whatever the Toyo freaking high performance summer tire was at the time. I don't know if it's funny. And that is the OEM GSX with a Type RR after it. Go ahead and get me for that.
That Walmart badge.
Ooh, he called himself out.
After that, like that, it has the clear corners on it because I'm a minimalist. And I did take those taillights off, and I lightly night shaded only the red. And I really wish that was in the photo. I also did the rear red marker the same way, and it looked pretty good. But that picture is right off of Chicago Drive, like a quarter mile from here.
Has it got one of those funny seatbelts that
Yes.
retracts back?
Yeah, the retracting seatbelt
That's cool.
So
and the lap belt.
So he tinted his taillights before he tinted his windows.
Yeah, that's a
Yes. Yep. I'd never tinted the windows on that car. And for people that don't know, that hump in the hood is there for a purpose. It is to clear the engine. And the NA non-turbo cars didn't have that hump. Just dumb nerd facts. I apologize.
Alright, we also have a bonus photo from this submission.
Oh, geez. There.
Oof.
That was the day I ran 1092 at 125. 05. Yep.
Damn.
That was Matt Meekoff turbo kit number 1 right there. That is a
History in the making right
that is
there,
a
man.
Z01 turbo kit on that thing. That like some dumb, nerd mods. So you see I cut the front license plate out. I kept the plate insert though. So like when I daily drove it, the plate insert was in, but when I went to the drag strip, I would pull it out so we had airflow to the intercooler because it had a big intercooler in it. Had a race intercooler. You had to pull the bumper support out to fit it. And then on the back, what I did the same cutout to the license plate hole, and I zip tied the top of the license plate in, and I put one screw in the bottom, and when I went to the drag strip, I'd pull the screw out, so when pressure would build up in the rear bumper, it would just blow my license plate open.
That was good for 10 miles an hour at the time.
Because all you Grand Prix guys, if you get under the car, that rear bumper is the biggest freaking parachute ever. Like, there is so much space, and that bumper cover, like, it's a big parachute back there. I bet you gain a 1/10 by pulling the rear bumper cover off on that car for a pass. Like, I didn't do enough. But that car was super clean. That car had like 60,000 miles. It was perfect condition. You know, it was, 3160 with me in it back in the day.
That's a meaty boy stance right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely... Yeah, that's Matt's wheels on it. Like,
you can see the pebbles and stuff stuck to the tire.
Yeah, I was
Some
poor.
sticky boys on there.
I was poor back then. So that was borrowed wheels for drag day, intense drag day. 1092. Good times. That's a great photo. If I say so, to wrap up this podcast.
For 2005.
And you know what? I'm gonna knock myself. That is regular freaking traffic right there. I couldn't afford that SD lip. I couldn't afford that SD hood or that wing. Like, I was poor. I had a kid. Like, I had gauges and go fast parts.
I will say with those tires, it does look a little bloated.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I'd never even put a mile of street driving on it like that. But yeah, Reed, what are you doing this weekend?
Let's see. I am installing an HVAC system on some side work.
Okay. That does not sound like fun.
No.
Mr. T-Spain, what are you doing this weekend?
Mine's a lot more relaxed. We're going to go down to the farmer's market, grab some coffee, hang out in the morning, and that's about the only thing we've got planned.
Okay.
Relaxed.
Mr. Alex, what are you doing?
Hanging out with my little boy tonight, and then tomorrow I've got some stupid BMW project that I've been lazy on.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm going to be out in the garage, and then a couple beers tomorrow night, I think. So,
All right.
What about you? What are you getting up to?
I just got, I'm doing some old people stuff, golfing Saturday, and, hanging out with some friends. That's about it. So I'm happy the Dune Truck's up and running again. So one of these days we've got to plan a trip there. But have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
Episode
Thanks so much.
132.
Thanks.
See ya.